What's going on, you guys? We got quite a bit to talk about today. Oh man, we got some shit to talk about today. Hit that like button as you come on in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. We gonna talk about Blair Flair Cobbs and Alexis Rocha. Blair Flair Cobbs had some more things to say in regards to Errol Spence Jr.'s response to what he said. Also, some things he said about Virgil Ortiz that insinuates that Virgil Ortiz may have been on PEDs. Then we're going to talk about Jermall Charlo. Oh, man. The boxing world is coming for Jermall Charlo, boy. Ooh, that Mike Tyson interview was his stock dropped. That was the worst thing he could have ever did was going there and hot boxing with Mike Tyson with that type of energy. We're going to really cook on that one. And then, of course, we're going to talk about Errol Spence Jr. and his preparation going into this Ugas fight. Of course, Errol Spence Jr., he looks good. I'd be lying to you if I said he didn't. He looking strong. He looking better than he did previously. He's looking better than I've seen him in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna wait till some more people get in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. We get this thing cooking. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Salute to everybody in the building. Reggie Singleton, salute. Darren Young, what's going on? WJ Luckett, what's good? Orlando Finney, what is going on? Man, woo, we got some stuff to talk about. Oh man, y'all gonna like this one. I'm gonna have to break this one up into some separate videos because these three topics is gonna be pretty interesting. But we're gonna start off with the Blair Flair Cobbs fight. We're gonna start off with that and Alexis Rocha. We're gonna start off with that first. Then we go proceed on down. But oh man, I got some shit to show y'all. Man, wait till some more people get in here real quick. Hope everybody is doing well. The time little jump may have thrown everybody off a little bit. The weather finally starting to break if you live in the middle of America or on the East Coast. The weather's finally starting to break. So, yeah. But yeah, Blair Flair Cobbs, he has some stuff to say about Virgil Ortiz, of course, right? He said some things about Virgil Ortiz. I don't know if you guys heard about what he said about Virgil. He also spoke on Spence once again. So Lenny Kravitz Jr. is really stirring the pot in the sport of boxing. He said that Alexis Rocha, he's a white Mexican. He's from. He was talking shit. Okay, this dude was talking hella shit, and he got a lot to show tomorrow. But yeah, he insinuates that Virgil Ortiz is on PEDs, right? He said that Virgil Ortiz is on PEDs. Hold on, let me do something. Yeah, he said Virgil Ortiz is on PEDs. Basically, that's what he was saying. Where is it at? Yeah, he said that Virgil Ortiz was on PEDs. Hit that like button, everybody coming on into the building. He said Virgil Ortiz was on PEDs. And he shared this in his stories. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but he spoke to one of his friends, right? And when his buddy here says, for the guys that not able to look, it says Ortiz is using steroids. They say he has rhabdomyolysis, rhabdomyolysis. That's what I had that fucked my feet up. That's very common with steroid abuse. No wonder he's so explosive. This is what Blair Flair Cobbs shared in one of his messages to one of his buddies. He said that dude is using roids. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he said. And then Blair shared this on his stories. He said, for the people that say no, why would you not want to out him for being dirty? Is boxing not dangerous enough with people losing their minds and life in this sport? There's far too many red flags before your body hits that point. A young athlete with no health issues. That's what Blair Flair Cobbs had to say in regards to Virgil Ortiz. So he thinks that Virgil Ortiz is on some shit. And when I saw this, it says my son was dropping weight too fast for me. That's when I knew something was wrong. He just seemed like he was off balance. He wasn't himself. I thought maybe he had something on his mind. He could have almost died with this stuff. His kidney and liver were starting to go down. He caught it at the right time. I mean, what is this stuff? That's the red flag for me. What is this stuff you talking about? Like this stuff. Like, do you mean boxing? Salute to Baby Juju. I see you in the building. Do you mean boxing? So yeah, Blair Flair Cobbs thinks this dude is on some shit. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much thinks this dude is on something. And like I said before, when we first heard about it, I had a feeling it was something to do with the weight cutting. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys put the rest of the dots together on that one. I mean, hey, it looks sus. It does. It looks very sus. And yeah, that's what Blair Flair Cobbs had to say in regards to Virgil Ortiz. I mean, but of course, he going to have to look good tomorrow night. And he has some things to say about Errol Spence Jr. in regards to what Spence said about him. Check this out.
Possibly get in there with McKenzie next. That would raise you up in the rankings. But are you looking forward to any of that? And then obviously Errol Spence is the biggest fight for a fighter like yourself and everyone in the division, along with Crawford. You actually caught Spence attention, but that kind of might lead to some kind of back and forth. And then next thing you know, that's the fight that the fans are demanding. You know, do you look at it that way in terms of how Spence decided to acknowledge you, what you said about him, and what he said about you? Or
I don't really care what Errol Spence has to say. I did see the little bit of talk that he did say. I'm not really a Twitter guy, so like I don't have to be playing games with Twitter. If you really want to fight me, you can sign that contract and get your ass whipped right now. That's just what it is. And as far as that whole situation, it's funny how he doesn't. It's easy. It's much easier to attack me than to deny what I'm saying. Blair Flair is speaking the truth because why? Because Blair Flair is the people's champion, period. I don't care what kind of belt you
got. Oh man, so that's what Blair Flair Cobbs had to say in regards to Errol Spence Jr.'s response to what he had to say. He said he didn't deny anything I said. It's easier to attack me than to deny what I said. So yeah, that's what his response was to Spence. Of course, this dude gonna have to look good tomorrow night because let's be honest, if he looks bad or lose this fight, it's pretty much over with. He's pretty much already gonna be journeyman status just because of his age, and he's like a what? But he's a prospect at 32, 33 years old. So if he loses this fight tomorrow night, not only will he be like a laughing stock, but he'll be pretty much journeyman status, right? Just due to his age, and it just won't work out for him. You know what I'm saying? It just won't work out for him. So yeah, Blair Flair Cobbs got a lot of shit to back up tomorrow night against Alexis Rocha. So yeah, not only is he fighting Alexis Rocha, but he's fighting against everything he was talking. So he gonna have to back up quite a bit in this fight with this dude Alexis Rocha tomorrow night, who looks like he's pretty tough. He looks tough and he looks strong. He looks ready. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it should be a good fight in this headline event. He better make the best of it. But yeah, moving forward with Jermall Charlo. Oh man, this is about to be good. Cause this dude made himself look like a straight fool. He made himself look like a straight fool on a hot box with Mike Tyson. He got asked various questions about certain fighters, who he should fight, shit like that, right? And we heard what he was saying. I mean, he was running away. He didn't seem too interested in even indulging in the conversation. You know, Mike Tyson likes to really hype these guys up, get them going and shit. And this dude literally just don't want to fight nobody. So you got people throughout the boxing community kind of coming for Jermall Charlo. And yeah, you know, Mike Tyson asked him some good questions. Mike Tyson asked him who he want to fight. And, you know, he just don't want to fight nobody. And it's a good thing he did come on that show because now we see where he really stands. Jermall Charlo don't want to fight nobody. He don't want to fight nobody.
Thing about Benavidez, would you fight him?
I fight him for sure. Yeah.
Then why you not?
You said he fight anybody. He ready. Right. You know that.
I know, but why did not let you fight this guy?
It's
I got
not
this guy got me calling him the Mexican monster. Everybody's scared of this guy. I hear you saying you want to fight.
I just think his value is low. It's not worth as much as
Oh God damn, man!
I'd rather like get one of the best in the world right now that got a belt.
Then why you not fighting?
I'm just waiting. He called Canelo out for 5-6 years already.
Then fight the next best guy, the Mexican monster.
Who?
Benavidez.
He ain't no Mexican monster.
Oh, everybody's scared of him. Everybody's
got nothing to offer. See that when they start talking that punk shit, and you see Demetrius Andrade didn't even get brought up at all. He didn't even, and he knows that dude lingering. I wish Mike had it brought up Boo Boo just to really put this dude on the spot. Jermall Charlo don't want to fight no damn body.
Scared of we bots. We're not scared of no human on earth.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who won it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster. You ever think about that?
Yeah. Mike Tyson was instigating like he always do, trying to get these young fighters riled up. Jermall Charlo don't want to fight nobody, bro. He don't want to fight nobody. And also, yeah, I got some else I seen on the internet. Salute to Barbershop Conversations, man. He really dropped the bomb on fucking Jermall Charlo big time in a big way. Oh, man, I really don't got to say much else after this. I'm going to play the clip. Here you go.
A whole generation of fighters. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought a whole generation of fighters. This whole era of fighters, he hasn't fought. Chris Eubanks, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. He turned down the Canelo fight. I know 100% he turned down the Canelo fight. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I know 100%. And then years later, Jermall Charlo came out and told you he ducked Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, Laura. He turned down the Laura fight, y'all. He's turned down the Laura fight at least twice that I know of. At least twice. Trust me on that. Laura used to beat him up as a kid, and he hasn't forgotten it. He doesn't want to touch Laura. I mean, it's like 10 fighters he hasn't fought. Oh, fought Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought Jared Hurd in 2 weight classes. Jared Hurd is the 160 guy now. It's like 10 fighters. How do 10 fighters duck you? He lost to Matt Coralball that night. Everybody knows it. Everybody saw it. He lost that fight 115, 113. 100% he lost that fight. I believe, and that was the night Al Heyman really understood Jermall Charlo ain't that good. Jermall Charlo, your career is over. It's simple. Who you gonna fight? Canelo's never fighting you. You're not gonna fight Benavidez. You haven't. Caleb Plant's not gonna fight you. You don't add nothing to his career. Errol might fight you. He's at the end of his career. You know, I don't know if he wants a belt or some money. I don't know what he wants. But who you gonna fight? And then they gonna start comparing you to your brother, and that's gonna eat you alive. And guess what Jermall Charlo gonna do? He just gonna salivate off of that shit. Oh yeah, I'm better than my brother.
Yep. So, yeah, Jermall Charlo ain't fought all those names from Chris Eubanks, Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, Canelo Alvarez, Triple G. He hasn't fought any of those guys. Any of them. He hasn't fought none of those dudes. So that's why I asked the question, does he even have the desire to fight the best? Does he even want to fight the best? Nah, I don't think he really do. I don't think Jermall Charlo wants to fight any of those dudes. There was other guys he could have fought other than Max Selecki. Max Selecki wasn't the only guy available, I'm sure, that wasn't looking for a title shot. But this is what he was doing. This is what he's been doing. Yeah, Fred went in, man. What's going on, good fella, y'all? What's going on, good fella? Y'all go subscribe to Goodfella Sports TV. What's going on, bro? Andrew Charles, what's good? Tribe, what's going on? Hey, if Jermall becomes undisputed, man, it's gonna make Jermall look like the little Charlo. It's gonna make Jermall look like little Charlo, man. Selecki can make him look bad. I've been checking out Selecki. He looked like he's been training in shape still. I mean, it's a stupid fight, bro. At the point of this dude's career, he should be fighting none but the top guys. There's enough of these dudes, these middle of the pack fighters he's been fighting on. One of these dudes go clip your ass. Playing around. What's going on, Knit Bone? I see you in the building. Everybody hit that like button for your boy, man. I'm gonna play this clip again, man. Fred Hawthorne from Barbershop Conversations just went all the way in on Jermall Charlo. I mean, whether you like Fred or not, you can't deny the shit that he was saying wasn't facts.
A whole generation of fighters. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought a whole generation of fighters. This whole era of fighters, he hasn't fought. Chris Eubanks, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. He turned down the Canelo fight. I know 100% he turned down the Canelo fight. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I know 100%. And then years later, Jermall Charlo came out and told you he ducked Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, Laura. He turned down the Laura fight, y'all. He's turned down the Laura fight at least twice that I know of. At least twice. Trust me on that. Laura used to beat him up as a kid, and he hasn't forgotten it. He doesn't want to touch Laura. I mean, it's like 10 fighters he hasn't fought. Fought Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought Jared Hurd in 2 weight classes. Jared Hurd is a 160 guy now. It's like 10 fighters. How do 10 fighters duck you? He lost to Matt Coralball that night. Everybody knows it. Everybody saw it. He lost that fight 115, 113. 100% he lost that fight. I believe, and that was the night Al Heyman really understood Jermall Charlo ain't that good. Jermall Charlo, your career is over. It's simple. Who you gonna fight? Canelo's never fighting you. You're not gonna fight Benavidez. You have Caleb Plant's not gonna fight you. You don't add nothing to his career. Darrell might fight you. He's at the end of his career. You know, I don't know if he wants a belt or some money. I don't know what he wants. But who you gonna fight? And then they gonna start comparing you to your brother, and that's gonna eat you alive. And guess what Jermall Charlo gonna do? He just gonna salivate off of that shit. Oh yeah, I'm better than my brother.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And pretty much that's all facts what he said. Everything is possibility to happen. I mean, Jermall, people start looking at him as the better Charlo because he's been in Jermall Charlo shadow for pretty much his whole career. So yeah, now things are starting to come to the light between who's really the more hungry, better Charlo, man. It's looking like it's Jermall. It's looking like it's Jermall. Even though he's been in Jermall's shadow for the majority of his career, he might be in the forefront pretty soon. Because a lot of people looking at Jermall Charlo with the side eye like, bro, what you doing? Yeah, I understand the Munguia fight fell apart due to the zone's complications. But Max Alecki, bro? Nah, I think Korobov won that fight, Drizzy. I thought Korobov won that fight, bro. Honestly, I thought Korobov won that. Jermall Charlo was eating them left hands, man. It showed me in that fight that he got a chin and he could take a punch. That's what I learned about Jermall Charlo in that fight, that he got a good chin on him. But he arguably lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? And then he looked bad against Juan Montiel. And now he's about to go fight Max Alecki. Max Alecki is going to come in there. Look, man, Max Alecki's a southpaw. Max Alecki is going to come in there, man. This dude don't got nothing to lose. He's a tough guy, tough fighter. He got experience. Come on, bro. Nah, Laura's not trained by Shields no more, man. Y'all go subscribe to my boy YSM Sports Media. He just hit 10,000 subscribers. Nah, Laura ain't trained by Shields now. He's been with he's with Ugas. He's with Ishmael Salayas. But yeah, Selecki's a southpaw and shit. He gonna have Jermall Charlo out here looking bad in this fight, bro. Like, why take these type of fights where these guys with nothing to really lose, when everything to gain, and you just fighting these guys, and they go fucking around and make you look bad and clip you, man. You need to be fighting the top dudes, man. It should be all gas from Jermall Charlo. It should be no breaks, all gas on unifying the division and moving on up and taking care of business up there. Yeah, Tex Rock, you're right. Jermall looks like the hungrier Charlo. Jermall Charlo is the hungrier Charlo. He's the hungrier Charlo. It's been proven probably people probably known this for about 2 years now. Why? Because we haven't seen Jermall Charlo in like 2 years. Other than him on his Instagram lives and shit when he talking shit, feeling himself. But when he was on stage on Hot Boxing and Mike Tyson, where he can get to a broader audience, guess what he did? He was as docile as a plant-eating dinosaur. He was a herbivore in that Hot Box. He was a fucking herbivore. No eagerness, no hungriness. He just collecting checks and beating up on regular middle of the pack fighters. But one of these days, one of those middle of the pack fighters go beat his ass. They go either beat him up or he go win a controversial decision. One of the two. He showed no urgency, no eagerness to fight them dudes. Mike Tyson had to tell him call their names. Mike Tyson trying to hype up boxing. Man, these dudes ain't moving like that, bro.
Know who they is.
Name the names, please. The names need to be
Right, they know
named.
who they is.
The Mexican monks.
Like,
You ever think about Benavidez? Did you fight him?
I fight him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why you not getting
You said he fight anybody. He ready. Right. You know that.
I know, but why did not let you fight this guy?
It's
I
not
got
like
this guy got me calling him the Mexican monk. Everybody's scared of this guy. I hear you saying you want to fight.
I just think his value is low. It's not worth as much as
Oh God damn, man!
I'd rather like get one of the best in the world right now that got a belt.
Then why you not fighting?
Sure, I'm just waiting. He called Canelo out for 5-6 years already.
Then fight the next best guy, the Mexican monster.
Who?
Benavidez.
He ain't no Mexican monster.
Oh, everybody's scared of him. Nobody's fighting him.
No, we bots. We're not scared of no human on earth.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jermall the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who wanted it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name the names, please. The names need to be
They know
named.
who they is.
The Mexican monks. You
Like,
ever think about
Bro,
Benavidez?
he
Fight
needs to
him?
cut it
fight
out
him for sure.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that.
Then why you not getting
I'm
you said
moving
he
up to
fight
68.
anybody. He ready.
Right. You know that.
Man, he don't want to fight nobody. I don't care about none of that shit. He don't want to fight nobody. He just don't want to fight nobody. Jamil Howard says Maul has turned into a family man and doesn't know how to keep it real and move into another business. Hey, bro, that's probably that hunger. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it happens. It happens. He's not as hungry as his brother Jamel. Family man, got a lot of money. Really don't got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't lying, Mini Mike. The value of this generation being undefeated is just it's killed. You know what I'm saying? It's killed. Hit that like button for your boy, everybody coming in. Well, we did quite a bit already, it seems like. It's ain't even 30 minutes in yet. Let me play this clip again for the people that are just coming in.
A whole generation of fighters. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought a whole generation of fighters. This whole era of fighters, he hasn't fought. Chris Eubanks, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. He turned down the Canelo fight. I know 100% he turned down the Canelo fight. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I know 100%. And then years later, Jermall Charlo came out and told you he ducked Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, Laura. He turned down the Laura fight, y'all. He's turned down the Laura fight at least twice that I know of. At least twice. Trust me on that. Laura used to beat him up as a kid, and he hasn't forgotten it. He doesn't want to touch Laura. I mean, it's like 10 fighters he hasn't fought. Oh, fought Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought Jared Hurd in 2 weight classes.
Hey. He said he beat him up as a kid and he hasn't forgot about it, bro. He said he beat him up as a kid and he hasn't forgot about it. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Jermall Charlo is, he's been around for quite a while. He hasn't fought none of those names. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. I say this, shit. Boo Boo Andrade ain't signed to fight Parker just yet. You should have sent that offer over there to him. Yeah, Tex Rock. I haven't seen him look that sharp since the J-Rock fight. He looked it really good in the J-Rock fight. Actually, no, he looked good in the Derevyanchenko fight too. He looked really good. He looked sharp. His defense was on point. That's the last time I seen him really look good. And that was a while ago now when he fought Drevy. So, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with Jermall. But, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We've seen him. He's been around for quite a while. And Fred from Barbershop named a laundry list, a hostage list of names of guys that we're familiar with that just never fought. A lot of those dudes honestly never fought each other. A lot of them. The middleweight division is just really just. But Jermall Charlo could take this shit by the reins, man. He could take that shit. He could take control. He could take charge. But he don't want to press on the fucking gas. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to press on the gas. Because the middleweight division is somewhat on a standstill. Jermall Charlo can take that shit by the reins and really start unifying and doing shit, making shit shake. He could do it. But guess what? He'll rather sit back and just wait for Canelo, like he said. Y'all heard what he said on the hot box. He said he'd go wait for Canelo and shit. But then he said he's open to do a box. So really, he don't know what he want to do. He just saying shit because it sounds good, but really, you could tell by his energy that he's not really believing the shit he's saying. No real confidence in his voice or his body language or anything of the sort. Totally uncomfortable. Massively uncomfortable.
I'm still the fucking champ.
Yeah, I know. You still the champ, but damn, bro. You need to go ahead and unify the division. It's time for you to unify, man. What the fuck you fighting Max Selecki for, bro? Hey, you ain't lying, Mini Mike. I think the middleweight division is actually, let's be honest, it is more diva. It is more diva than the welterweight division. The welterweights is really, things are starting to really come to a close in the welterweight division. Slowly, but surely. When we look at the middleweights, man, that shit ain't moving at all. Dudes moving out of divisions and shit. Boo Boo moved up in weight to go get that belt at 168. He just fought a mandatory. They trying to force him to fight another one. You know what I'm saying? So he said, I'm going to move up in weight and become a mandatory to fight Canelo Alvarez. That's what I'm about to do. I'm going to go up and fight a bigger guy. Hey, that's right, Tex Rock. Blaming his managers. Yeah, he said it's the business and the managers and stuff. Like, bro, nobody ain't trying to hear that weak ass shit, dude. Box fans tired of hearing that shit. Over here on this side of the internet, we ain't trying to hear that. We ain't trying to hear nothing about no managers or no business or no motherfuckers in no suits. We ain't trying to hear none of that. We ain't trying to hear none of that. Yeah, Charlo Manguia is not done. It didn't get done. The Zone wanted to fight, and they just didn't comply with what Showtime wanted. So, yeah, that fight fell apart. Both of the fighters actually signed to fight that fight, but still, box fans looking at Jermall Charlo like, bro, what? But he's fighting Max Selecki. Like, why are you fighting that dude? I mean, I could ask a lot of questions why these dudes fighting certain dudes. You know what I'm saying? Why is David Benavidez fighting David Lemieux? Why is Caleb Plant fighting Anthony Durrell? Why aren't these guys fighting each other? You just heard what Jamal said. Jamal said, he said he brings no value. He has no profile and all that shit, man. So in other words, nah, man, I don't want to fight that dude. He too tough for me. Just say that, bro. I'm not hearing none of that side talking about some he ain't done nothing yet and all that. I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. He shouldn't even entertain fighting Benavidez in the first place. None of this would ever happen. So that's his fucking fault. He should have kept his mouth shut if he wasn't trying to go up to fight the dude. I think he can go up there and make something happen against Benavidez. But guess what? He ain't trying to press the gas on nothing. He ain't trying to press the gas on nothing. Nothing. But yeah, moving forward, Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. looks good going into the fight with Dennis Ugas. Looks strong. I say he looks folks. I don't know why Jermall Charlo's right here though. I don't understand why Errol Spence and what that say turn dreams into committed. I don't know what Jermall Charlo doing all right there. You know, I guess that's his mouthpiece, his hype man, because Spence ain't got that type of. That's not part of his game. So Jermall Charlo doing all this trash talking on his little highlight. But Spence is this is his latest video for his fight. Just checking it out, seeing what he got. Of course, it's edited, right? But EJ doing promoting for the fight. Oh shit, my bad. Y'all ain't even on the screen. Yeah. EJ, he looking good going into this fight with Ugas, man. I'll be lying to you if I said he didn't. It's a far cry from this skinny, frail guy right here. What's going on, Wayne Hennessy? You know, you in Spain? What's going on over there in Spain? Yeah, dude, skinny as fuck right here, right? But now that he got whatever he got going on in camp with this new guy, he looking strong as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence looking really strong going into this fight with Dennis Ugas. Might be the best Spence we've seen in quite some time. It might be the best Spence we've seen in a while. Best Spence we've seen in a while. Hold on, let me take this off the screen. Yeah. And I feel this fight is probably the best. Last time we seen Spence look good. If I'm let me see what happened after this fight. I don't know, but I'm looking back at it. I'm kind of watching it. See what he beating the shot of Mikey, but Mikey really should be on the ground hurt. You know what I'm saying? He should be on the ground hurt. He's standing right in front of dude. You know what I'm saying? Mikey should have been on the ground hurt. He beating the shot of boy, but yeah, he looking good going into this Ugas fight for sure. He looking good going into this Ugas fight. Dennis Ugas, he's looking good as well. You know, Dennis Ugas is always in shape, so I'm not really too much worried about that. You know, it's just Errol Spence that we haven't seen in top form in a little while. So yeah, he definitely looks good going into this fight with Dennis Ugas. And he seems really motivated going into this fight. This is gonna be a really good fight, man. This Spence Ugas fight, this is about to be a good ass fucking fight. I think this is a really good matchup. It's a good matchup on paper, and stylistically, it's a really good matchup. And I think this type of fight, despite Ugas not being like a big name or nothing like that, I think it's happening at the right time for both guys. Ugas is like at the peak of his career, rose from the ashes type, and Errol Spence Jr. is like on a big comeback. You know, Errol Spence on paper is the guy that's supposed to just run through Ugas, but yeah, this shit gonna be good. I'm trying to find some stuff I was looking at earlier. And Dennis Ugas, he got a good work rate. We gotta see if Spence is gonna be able to keep up with this dude. We gotta see if Spence gonna keep up with him. You said I can't wait to watch Spence versus Ugas for free. What's going on, Boxing Jams? I see you in the building. You said, oh shit, PEDs? You think Spence on PEDs, bro? Nah. I think he's enrolled in the boxing program. I think he is enrolled. He looking stronger than before, though. I tell you that. He said Errol Hercules Spence. You said he's going to call out Bud after the Ugas fight. Now, I don't think he's going to do that. He's not about to do that. It depends on how he looks in the I feel it depends on how he looks in the Ugas fight. If he looks really good, he probably gonna call him out. But if he looks bad and puts up an average, mediocre performance, he ain't gonna call him out, or he may call him out. He ain't gonna do it. You said compare the picks you put up. Let me see. I can't really put up two of these at a time. But he right here, he's strong as shit looking, right? And how many weeks we got out? Like about less than 30 days. I'm trying to find another picture I had of him and going into a fight. I don't know, but he looking a lot stronger than usual. You know what I'm saying? He looking good this camp. I ain't gonna lie to you. Before he was really frail, and skinny. Going into those other fights, he was really frail and skinny looking. He just didn't look strong at all. He had no strength. It like he just had no strength. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, just all skin and bones and shit. Just looking really weak. But going into this fight with Ugas, he looking good, man. You know what I'm saying? Even right here. This is probably about what? A few weeks ago? About a month ago? He looking strong right there. So, yeah, Errol Spence, we may see the best Spence we've seen in a while. We may see the best Spence. I think Spence is focused, and he said back to the skinny one. Yeah, he probably he motivated. I'll tell you that. Errol Spence is motivated for this fight. He got to be. And this is the card right here for the guys who don't know. Errol Spence, Ugas, if you look at the card, really, Errol Spence is the only American fighter on this damn card. Maybe Cody Crowley. I'm not sure if he's from America or not, but Errol Spence is the only American on this card, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's the only American on the card. Damn. But it's a pretty solid card with some familiar names. Cody Crowley. Ain't he the dude that beat who did he beat that he wasn't supposed to beat? He wasn't supposed to beat somebody, if I'm not mistaken. He earned a way to fight on pay-per-view. So, and then the Batuev and Stanionis is the main event. That's a good Showtime card right there. Brandon Lee and Zachary Ochoa and Rod Batuev and Stanionis. Yeah, that's a good ass card right there. It's a good card. Salute to D Luckett for the super chat. He said, salute Pachito in the chat. I heard Spence mention he will be 160 on fight night. Oh, well, let me see. Yeah, he probably will be, bro. I mean, if you check him out, he looking pretty big. He looking strong. Whoever that guy is may have got him doing everything right. So, yeah, he probably will be 160 on fight night. I mean, Ugas probably gonna be about 160 as well, though. Ugas is pretty jack dude too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that fight really is gonna be a really competitive fight. I think it's gonna be competitive. I don't see it being one-sided at all. He got to be careful against Ugas though. Where's that video at? I was watching. Ugas got a really, really good chopping right hand. Really fucking good chopping right hand. That right hand, he lands that right hand on southpaws. Where's the video at? Yeah, he lands that damn that chopping right hand. Let me see if I can. Trying to find his this video. Yeah, let me put this. Trying to find his yeah, this last time Jermall looked at spam right there, boy. Ooh. Look at that. Look how he blocked it and everything. Bam. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time we seen the killer. Boom. Smack dude right in the mouth, man. All right, hold up. Where's that fucking fight at? Ugas was smacking Pacquiao with that right hand. What's this? Oh shit, Big Fish. This was in December. I think Ugas' game plan in this fight is probably gonna be him. It's probably gonna increase the work rate on Spence, test his conditioning and shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be trying to test Spence's conditioning, really up the pace on him. What's this, Spence? Who's the faster fighter between Spence and Ugas? I think that's some of the things that people are overlooking. Is who's the faster guy? Ugas showed he got pretty good defense. Wait, let me see. Man, where the hell is it at, bro? And that fight less than 30 days away. It'll be here before we know it. I think it's coming up. There we go. Damn. All right, there we go. Ugas was smacking the shit out of him with that right hand. Slap. Look at that right hand. Smack. Smack. All right, let's see. There's another one too. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, because he was he's really good against southpaws. And I think that nobody's looking really at the speed factor in this fight. Nobody's really looking at the speed, like who's the faster guy. Ugas got show really, really good defense here. You know what I'm saying? Porter really ain't landing a damn thing on this guy, and he's standing right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Sean can't do nothing with him. Let me see. I still think it's a really, really competitive fight. See, even the picture here, smacking him with that right hand, that long, lengthy right hand. And if you look at his measurements on BoxRec, it says 69-inch cap.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, right. Okay? This dude's Dawson and shit. Where is it at, man? It was the video of him beating the shit out of Manny. Look at that right hand. Just eating it. He go, Ugas is he go, man. Tell y'all. I think fans are sleeping on Ugas still. I think boxing fans are still sleeping on Ugas in this fight with Spence. Let's see what we got here. You notice Ugas really hardly ever goes back. He may take a step back, but that's about it. He ain't gonna let you push him back at all by any means. Pacquiao trying to do his blitzing and jumping in and out. That slapping right hand. Smack. They was rumbling. Let's see what else. Bam, right hand. See, Pacquiao couldn't do his jumping in. Smacked him with the right hand. Yep, that's his punch. That's that chopping, that sweeping right hand. That's his signature punch. And it was really frustrating and bothering Pacquiao. See Pacquiao getting mad at uppercut. He didn't like that uppercut. And Ugas don't even be moving fast. He's moving slow as hell. Pacquiao didn't land none of that. Only time he's really landing against Ugas is those short little jabs and when Ugas kind of jumping straight back. So yeah, the actual matchup between Spence and Ugas is a really, really good matchup. See, Spence can't be doing that. When he lunges in with that left, nah, you gotta be quicker than that, bro. Oh, he switched to South Orthodox right there. You saw that? This might be some type of dog fight. Spence like to get up in your chest to get in range, and then he starts working the body and throwing them hooks to the head. Yeah, that's gonna be a really good fight. We talking about this fight on paper, and if you watch them stylistically, it's a really good matchup stylistically, man. And if you're really biased if you say one guy just runs the other out of the ring, I think it's a really, really well contested matchup at this point in both dudes' careers. He can't be doing that left hand like that, though. That's gonna be funny. He gonna get fucked up. He doing that. Salute to D Lucky for the truth super chat. He says Ugas gets his head out of the way while on the inside pretty good. Yeah, he do. Yeah, he does very well. But Spence, unlike Sean, Spence works the body. Spence gonna come with a more intelligent approach than Sean winging those shots. Yeah, you're right, Dewey Jones. Ugas could capitalize where Peterson couldn't. Yeah, very well could, man. Hey, Detroit raised me, man. Come on. Yeah, it's a slapping right. You know what, bro? I think that's just one of his punches he throws just because it's effective and it lands. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he really looking to. I think that's just one of his moves he like to do because it's effective against southpaws and that should be landing. I don't think he's really aiming for to knock anybody out with it or anything like that. You said call me sleep. Salute to Q the God. Y'all go subscribe to Q the God, the Lost Art of Boxing, his channel. He says call me sleep, but I like Ugas. I just don't see nothing special makes him beat. I mean, do you really need to be special? I mean, if you're looking at Errol Spence, what's special about him? If we're honest, what's really special? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I think this is a really good matchup. I don't really see nothing necessarily too special from Spence neither, bro. I say Ugas got the better head movement. You got to think Pacquiao's a faster fighter, too. Even at 40 years old, his hand speed is faster than Errol Spence's. And he's a lot more unpredictable. Both guys like to use the high guard. Ugas got really good strong high guards. Pacquiao blitz is usually blitz through them shits. But he couldn't really blitz through. Even though he did lump Ugas up quite a bit, he still got some heavy ass hands for the power's the last thing to go. Pacquiao still got some heavy ass hands. But we seen what Ugas did to this dude after the fight. Pacquiao was eating through a straw and shit. His wife had to feed him. So yeah. Salute the box gems. He says the box rec reach measurements are misleading. There's measuring wingspan. Well, unless you completely blade it sideways and throw a punch, that doesn't matter. His armpit to fist measurements. Yeah, Ugas don't got no 69, bro. No. His arm reach is not a 69. Whatever it says on box rec, it's longer than that. It's definitely longer than that. You said he better not train. He better not trade with Errol. I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad. He's sparring heavyweights. Oh my God, I'm so tired of people talking about Errol Spence sparring heavyweights, bro. That's been a thing for years for Spence. Oh, he spars heavyweights and he hurts heavyweights, bro. Come on, man. Nah, man. Oh, here goes John. He said Lost Art of Boxing right here. Y'all go subscribe to the Lost Art of Boxing. He said a special thing about Errol is his relentlessness and that dog shit. Ugas got that in him too, bro. Ugas got that dog in him too. When have you seen Ugas back down or anything in a fight? He did look bad against Abel Ramos. He looked really bad in that fight. Yeah, that's right. Smash that like button for your boy. You said Ugas ain't got the chin Errol got. Has Ugas been knocked out? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I say this, bro. There's a few different factors going into this fight, and we already know what they is. We haven't seen Errol Spence in a while. Ugas is the more disciplined guy. He's the more hungry guy. He's the more active guy. So Ugas got a lot going for him in this fight. Errol Spence, what he has going into this fight mostly is just, I don't even want to say hype. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to use that word. But who he once was, right? That's what he got going into this fight. So everybody is banging on the fact that Errol Spence was that dude. He's the number one guy. He should beat this guy. That's what people are looking at. But we got to look at the fact that this dude is human. He had a lot of shit going on in and outside of the ring. But like I said before, he seems motivated. He seems focused. He looks like he's in good shape. So I expect a really good fight. I expect a good fight. And Ugas is really, really good against southpaws. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Ugas is really good against southpaws. They called him the southpaw killer in Cuba. Hey, you ain't lying, Jason Williams. You ain't lying, bro. The myth of Errol Spence Jr. and his sparring shit, you know what I'm saying, is never on the big stage, though. He's beating the shit out of heavyweights and stopping heavyweights, but we haven't seen him stop anybody in the ring in what, about 5-6 years, bro? So, yeah, we going off of like old shit, like old hype and shit like that. We not really going off of current boxing situations. That's not what we going off of. We going off of history. But we all know shit. Man, we don't know what's going to happen in this fight with this dude, Ugas. We don't know what's going to happen. You said Ugas got dropped by Sean. That wasn't even a real knockdown. That wasn't even a real knockdown. That was some bullshit. I got the clip. I got the clip right here. That wasn't even a real knockdown. Sean got knocked down. Yeah, Sean got knocked down. And actually, Ugas did a better job against Sean than Spence did. He just lost a popularity contest. He likely will lose a popularity contest against Spence unless he really, really separates himself from that guy or knocks him the fuck out. And the knockout is, I say, is unlikely. Ugas is not the biggest puncher. But he's handling Sean Porter a lot better than Errol Spence did, I'll tell you that. You saw what knocked Sean down? Did y'all see what actually knocked Sean Porter down? It was that fucking chopping right hand. Told y'all that's his signature punch. That sweeping right hand. That's what put Sean down. Salute to D Lucky for the super chat. He says, you think Spence can hurt Ugas to the body? Ugas crouches when he fights. That protects his body pretty good. Will Spence see the openings to the body? That won't be easy. Facts, bro. Good question. Ugas does keep a good guard to where his body's protected. That's what I'm saying, man. He may not be the most flashiest, prettiest fighter to watch, but if you watch Dennis Ugas and pay attention to the little details, the dude is a lot better than people give him credit for. Not to mention he's tough. But see, what people tend to look at is the fact that he lost 3 or 4 times and shit like that. But they're not looking at the current Dennis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? The one that's pretty much at his peak right now. Probably as a man and as a fighter. Hey, you ain't lying. Keith Thurman didn't handle Pacquiao. That's what I'm saying. Keith Thurman lost to this same Pacquiao. AB lost to this same Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Wait, it won't let me go down. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link and have him get you guys' thoughts on what we just heard today. Not gonna be too long. Let a few guys come in and give you guys' thoughts on Jermall Charlo just seemingly not really wanting to step on the gas. You know what I'm saying? And Blood and Fair Cobbs was talking shit about Spence again. He said it's easy to bash me, but it's not. But you see, he couldn't deny what I said though. Oh man, but yeah, the Spence Ugas fight, man. What's going on, D?
What's going on, baby? How you doing, Cheeto? Salute to the chat.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm just looking at them clips, man, enjoying them clips you showing of Ugas and Spence, man. Like I've been telling you the last couple weeks, man. I got Spence 7-5, but I really think he needs to stop Ugas, man. I know I just put that in the chat, man. The reason why I say he needs to stop Ugas is, bro, you fighting the league competition, man. You didn't stop Porter. You didn't stop Danny. You didn't stop Mikey, man. This will make a big statement if he can go in there and put away Dennis Ugas, man. So that's what I'm thinking. What you think? You think he should go in there trying to stop Ugas?
Well, we gotta look at this. Errol Spence we gotta know if he has that confidence. You know what I'm saying? I think this fight, even this whole fight altogether, is Spence getting his confidence back to go in there to deal with a guy like Crawford. So he got to see where he's at. I think the first few rounds is going to tell us all about Errol Spence Jr. and how that fight's going to play out.
Right, Cheeto. Man, I love this conference with the PPC podcast. I like the certain shit he said. And this is for all you Spence fans out here. Like I said, I ain't no hate on this nigga. He black. I fuck with him. But right. He says he's 100%. So if he lose, I don't want to hear no excuses.
Oh, Spence said he is 100%.
Spence say he looking sharp. He's getting stronger. He says he's 100%. He said that in the podcast.
Hey, he do look strong, man.
He looks good. He definitely looks good. So I don't want to hear no excuses if he lose.
Right. I mean, I still got Ugas, but I'll be lying to you if I said Spence didn't look like he was fucking ready for this fight, bro.
Oh no, yeah, he definitely looked ready. I'm gonna let somebody else talk. I'm gonna let you talk. What's good, Q?
What's good with you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. Thank God it's Friday, man.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Bushido, man? I'm feeling good, man. Welcome to the dojo, man.
Yeah, what's going on, Q the God, man? Hope
Man,
everything
sure.
is well, bro.
Yeah, I think, man, I think it's gonna be good, man. And I think a thing is about Ugas I noticed about Ugas, he kind of mirror the fighter that he fight, and
Mm,
that's why I think he kind of fight to his competition sometimes.
right.
So I do think it is gonna be a good Ugas, the one of the best Ugas we done seen, but. With Earl is just that the thing I said that's the great thing about him. He relentless. It was what
Mm-hmm.
helped him beat Sean Porter. It's what helped him beat Kell Brook.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
is just that relentlessness, that dog, and that's what I'm giving him the advantage over. But me, what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Earl to do things that I haven't seen him do or improve on some flaws that I seen him. People love his jab and this and that, but he sometimes he throw the jab short, he reaches, and then sometimes he'll stop his jab mid punch and pull straight back. You know,
Yeah.
uh, it's certain things like that I want to see him improve on because somebody like Bud who comes over the top of your jab and times you, it's that nah, you ain't that ain't, and then you pulling straight back, so that ain't even. So it's things I want to see him do that shit. I think he needs to improve on his basic boxing skills or shit, whatever it may be, but just win in a different fashion. All the Earl's wins are pretty much the same way. You know,
Exactly, Q. I couldn't agree with you more on that one, bro. All his wins look the same. Jab, jab, beat you up. But I think in this fight, man, I gotta see I gotta see a little bit more, man. I gotta see a little bit more footwork. I gotta see a little bit more how you cut off the ring, which you can't cut off the ring. I just gotta see better angles, like you say that lazy jab. Because what if Ugas take that jab away? You got to see
Right.
adjustments. I think Ugas, and he know Ugas gonna make him think. So I just hope Derrick James got a good game plan for him. You could go with the relentless. That's definitely in Spence's favor because every guy he fought, he made.
Yep. Hold on. He kind of went out. Yeah. Let
he
me
out
see.
dog him.
Trying to find something.
Back foot, and he showed us that he could fight off the back foot. I give him all the credit in the world. But you definitely right though, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to find something. It's not too many like videos of him like training and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's really hard to find footage of Spence like that.
he keep that on tuck. I don't think he like showing a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's
And
not too
I ain't
much of
Hey,
really
that on.
and
Shido. The one thing I could give Spence credit for is he is very agile though. He does move his head at certain points, but I give him that he's very agile.
Here we go. This is somebody got a little video right here. Let's see what this is. Hold on, let me move this out the screen. It says the defense technique of Errol Spence Jr. And this was like eons ago though.
that's the Kell Brook fight.
I mean, that's all they got. Like, come on, man. That wasn't no defense. That was just like that wasn't really nothing. Come on, bro. Yeah, that's not shit, man.
It ain't it. Nah, I ain't never really seen him. Nah, Earl,
He not
he
slick,
not. Yeah, he not slick. He
not
really
slick.
not that type of fighter. His offense is really more his defense. And people love to talk about how Crawford get hit. And, man, Earl get hit way more. Earl get
That's
hit way more than Crawford. Crawford, he get hit the least out of all these welterweights, top welterweights.
fact. Fact.
Yep.
I mean, it may look like he taking a shot, but he coming right back with another one. With not another one, by 3 more punches.
It only seemed like he getting hit because you barely see him hit. It's like Devin Haney. You know, like Devin Haney, he really don't get hit a lot. So when people talk about the Linares and the JoJo, you know, but to me, it's him. I'm actually seeing him fight too. He fight more on the inside than the pocket. It look like he working on different types of his game, different levels, you know. And I don't mind it because when he go up and he get older and actually fight higher and better competition, he's going to need to have those certain things in his bag. I don't want to see him having to find every way to win a fight off the back foot. You don't do it like that. Mayweather don't do it like that. He beat Canelo in the pocket,
right,
on the inside. So Devin, he needs to get in there and work on the same thing. And I think it's good to in there. Yeah, he gonna get hit a little bit more, but we seen Pretty Boy get rocked a lot. You know what I mean? So I think it is, man. It's just an illusion, you know. Even with Floyd, you know, we always bring up him getting hit by Mosley and Zab. You know what I mean? Because he barely gets hit with big shots. And it's the same thing with Crawford. And when you look at these other guys that you want them to fight, these guys get hit a lot. You know what I mean? The difference is with Earl, I never seen him hurt.
Nah, not like that. Nah.
So,
hey, but what y'all think about Jermall Charlo?
Man, bro, man, and that's what it looked like when a real fighter like Mike Tyson actually talking to somebody who out here that's not really doing that shit. You really more like a celebrity. He damn near was like a celebrity talking to a real fighter. This guy out here telling you how to get fights and all type of shit, like, and he over here. Nah, Mike, you gotta be respectful. Like, man, fuck that. If you want to be known as ducking me because I'm talking shit to you because I want to fight, shit, I'm gonna let that be known.
Mm-hmm.
You would never be able to say I sat back, man, and you pulling up pictures, man. Yeah, I love dude. You at ringside at all his fights. He don't even be at your shit. Like, come on, man.
Right. I mean, dude. He made himself, man, that was a terrible showing.
That was horrible.
Horrible. And I was halfway listening. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at work and I was like halfway listening. And man, my OG, he's listening to that shit. He's like, man, what the hell is he talking about? Like, I was just shaking my head. Like, this dude ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson was carrying the whole conversation. Mike Tyson was trying to get something cracking. But he didn't want to indulge. He just hid behind the business of boxing.
Man, Mike, like, man, you got me calling Benavidez the Mexican murderer, man. You better talk your shit. This dude still don't want to talk shit. He talking
not at all, bro.
Mike Tyson, he begging you so he can be a ride with you, know, so he can go off when he tell them motherfuckers like, yeah, he gonna be Benavidez. And he can't even pull up shit. And you on his own show. He couldn't even get you to talk shit on his show. So, like, come on, bro. Like, that shit, like. That,
and what y'all think about what Fred, did y'all hear what Fred said?
No, what he said?
Yeah. What he said?
Oh, here, I'm gonna play it real quick. Listen.
A whole generation of fighters. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought a whole generation of fighters. This whole era of fighters, he hasn't fought. Chris Eubanks, Daniel Jacobs, Triple G. He turned down the Canelo fight. I know 100% he turned down the Canelo fight. I wouldn't lie to y'all. I know 100%. And then years later, Jermall Charlo came out and told you he ducked Canelo. Demetrius Andrade, Laura. He turned down the Laura fight, y'all. He's turned down the Laura fight at least twice that I know of. At least twice. Trust me on that. Laura used to beat him up as a kid, and he hasn't forgotten it. He doesn't want to touch Laura. I mean, it's like 10 fighters he hasn't fought. Fought Jared Hurd. He hasn't fought Jared Hurd in 2 weight classes. Jared Hurd is a 160 guy now. It's like 10 fighters. How do 10 fighters duck you? He lost to Matt Coralball that night. Everybody knows it. Everybody saw it. He lost that fight 115, 113. 100% he lost that fight. I believe, and that was the night Al Heyman really understood Jermall Charlo ain't that good. Jermall Charlo, your career is over. It's simple. Who you gonna fight? Canelo's never fighting you. You're not gonna fight Benavidez. Caleb Plant's not gonna fight you. You don't add nothing to his career. Jarrell might fight you. He's at the end of his career. I don't know if he wants to belt some money. I don't know what he gonna fight. And then they gonna start comparing you to your brother, and that's gonna eat you alive. And guess what Jermall Charlo gonna do? He just gonna salivate off of that shit. Oh yeah, I'm better than my brother.
Yeah. So what y'all think about that shit, man? I mean, he said his career is over. Was that a little extreme?
Because
or was he on point?
He hasn't catapulted at all. I haven't seen him rise from where he was before. He's still at the same level he was in the beginning, in my opinion. So I don't see
I haven't seen no urgency from Jermall, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
how much is he getting paid right now? He probably just comfortable, man.
I think he's comfortable.
Yeah,
I think he's comfortable, and I don't think he really has that killer edge no more.
Yeah, I think he comfortable. If he actually comfortable with that, then everything after my assessment of him going on live, calling Benavidez out, and what Benavidez said after that whole little thing. Ever since then, it been. I really don't even care for him. That ain't. He don't. Any boxer that seem like that's actually like a job. That's like you satisfied with your pay. You get it. If they let me get my pension and retirement right now, then I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like that's cool. That's why I fuck with Jermall. You know what I mean? That's why I wish Jermall would have went on there with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? I bet he would have called out everybody. Mike, you got their number? FaceTime.
You know Jermall would be getting lit on there for sure. Jermall, man, he eat plants. You know what I'm saying? He ain't a meat eater, bro. He eating plants out here. So
that nigga vegan out here, and not the Bernard Hopkins type of vegan.
Right.
Yeah, hey, Shido, they had one cat in the chat. I was just reading the chat. One cat in the chat was like, I better not come to Dallas talking like that. Like, nigga, I was just in Dallas.
Oh, no.
These niggas here be killing me.
You're real personal, huh?
I don't know, man. Texas dudes, man.
You know, I ain't much gonna do it. I ain't gonna call these niggas their names. I'm gonna just keep professional. But you know what I mean? It ain't like I said nothing bad about the nigga. I actually got the nigga winning 7-5. It's not my fault that these niggas' favorite fighter ain't who they cut out to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't even think it's that. I think it's them. You know, like it's them that made these narratives and put things in so much in these fighters' head, pumping them up.
Yeah.
It's them, because at the end of the day, I fuck with Errol. Like, shit, he ain't really did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah, he spews that other people said. Nothing Errol came out and said was really anything we didn't already hear on YouTube before.
Right.
So,
you know what I mean?
So it's not. That's not like. It's the internet, the YouTube and the internet guys. Like, that's them. I don't really care. And if they want to talk like that, that's cool. But we know where you're gonna be at if he lose.
Yeah, and
you
I feel like
facts.
It's not. You're not a guy that's really up in here talking about boxing because you love the sport, you love this man. You know what I mean?
and they don't realize that these niggas like Spence, Crawford, Charlo, these niggas watch channels like Bushido and these other guys, bro. And it was crazy because Stephen Espinosa had made a point on this about the Terrence Crawford fight and Errol Spence. He was like, you know, the fans got to keep earning for it. It's all about the fans. Is, you know, these fighters listen to the fans. So, you know, guys who call out this business talk and this, that, the third, these niggas listening to that shit. And you got some guys who might just try to go on that train like, oh, I got the fans backing me, you know. So is he really, you know, I go with the fans to say. So, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, these niggas take this shit so personal, and none of these niggas write a check for these niggas.
Hey, Bushido, you got that clip of Errol saying that it's his fault and all that shit like that?
Exactly.
Actually, I heard it was. Let me see. It was on. Actually, let me see if I can actually find that exact clip of him saying it. It was a quote from. Let me see.
Because he know all that stuff he was saying that wasn't him.
Yeah.
That's not him.
Yep.
That's some other guy saying, and that's not what he need to do to make the fight and make the money.
Right.
That's the Al Heyman talk.
He realizing, bro, you shouldn't have been out here trying to put this guy down or something like that.
Right.
Especially if eventually we want to make the fight because we want to sign him. Because if it was really just on that, you should have made it with Bob Arum, and he would have been able to front half that bill if you're talking about the money not there, rather than your fighter trying to down him. And you got people on the internet downing him, talking about he don't sell and stuff like that. What does any of that mean if you're trying to make the biggest fight? Why would you talk about somebody not selling, trying to make the biggest fight and stuff like that?
Exactly.
The public is just about who the best man, who want to be great in the sport. If you want to get the money and be great, you still gotta. It's no easy way around it.
Right, facts.
You fight the best and get the belts from the best. Or at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't mind seeing that fight 3 times, honestly. If it happens, I wouldn't mind seeing that fight 3 times.
Shit, it might have to be like that, depending on how it ends. I think it might depend on how the first one ends.
How the first one go, for sure.
Yeah, because if somebody get knocked out,
I don't think it's gonna go 3 fights because I actually think it's gonna be a landslide for Crawford. Honestly, bro. I don't think it's gonna be that competitive, in my opinion.
I think if Bud, I think the only way it could go 3 by somebody get knocked out, and that's if Bud get knocked out. Because I think if Bud get knocked out, it's because that motherfucker just like to fight. Like y'all seen when old dude had asked Shakur on the little cigar talk, he was like, who is better to you at what's the difference between Andre Ward and Bud? And it was like Bud, he one of them niggas you want to take to the bar with you when you just want to beat somebody up. Bud, he just like to fight.
Yeah.
That Andre Ward, he just more technical, more
more disciplined.
Crawford probably be all about some action.
Yeah, he like Crawford, he can fight, but he was like, don't get it twisted. Like Crawford, he can box. He a great boxer.
Oh, for sure.
He
post hard, man.
Yeah, he like to punch. So I think like if him and Errol do fight, man, if somebody gets stopped, it'll be Errol getting stopped late, like probably like after 8 or 6, after he probably work him down, figure him out. Then he just gonna send it to him.
I think I'll give a better assessment of that fight at this point after I see how Spence looks against Ugas.
For sure.
And I can kind of gauge Crawford and Spence a lot better.
I got a question.
Because it's been some years since we've seen Spence in top form, and we've been seeing Bud, but we haven't seen him since the Porter fight. Before that, we haven't seen him since the Brook fight. So
he beat these niggas' ass. He running this.
Hey, Bushido.
I never thought that shit.
What up?
All right. We all know Bud starts slow. You think that'd be good for him to speed up his pace early in the fight when he fights Spence because Spence so busy, or should he start off and try to calculate like he does anyone else?
I think Spence and Crawford is going to be a really calculated chess match for the first 3 rounds, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's going to start off as Spence coming at him. I think it's going to be too much respect.
Yeah,
there's going to be too much respect for the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
Spence ain't gonna be dumb enough. Plus, Crawford fights southpaw as well, so it's too many dimensions to Crawford's game for Spence to just rush in there, trying to bulldog dude.
Then you think about. I think you spoke about it before when it comes to like how Sean Porter was turning Spence, right? A lot. Yep. And Crawford with the wrestling background and all that or whatever that comes along with it. You seen Porter and Crawford. How he was turning Porter. I honestly think Bud in some form is stronger than Spence. Even though he's bigger, I feel like he's stronger because of having the wrestling background. I feel like that's gonna play a big role too if Spence tries to put him on the ropes and things like that. I think Crawford really gonna like spin circles around him for the first 3 rounds, in my opinion. Like Spence gonna try to come inside. Crawford gonna really know how to get around him, get out the way, move. You know what I'm saying? Kind of string the fight along a little bit until you figure him out.
I think that's gonna be a real physical fight. Like,
Yeah.
Like especially anytime they get in the clinch, like I think that's gonna be a real physical fight.
I don't even think it's gonna be who's the better boxer. I think it's gonna come down to who's the better fighter.
Yeah. Yep.
Who's the better fighter? That fight, it's gonna be a fight.
Great point, man. I was thinking that earlier too. It's gonna come down who's the better fighter, because look at when Sean Porter and Spence fought. He had to fight the way Sean Porter fought. If Crawford decides to go in a firefight with Spence, Spence is gonna try to go in a firefight with Bud, and then that's when it's gonna show who the better fighter is.
I don't know. I agree with it, but I don't think Bud not gonna give him the same type of look. I think Bo Mack in that corner and red, they gonna keep him real disciplined, not to, do it until it's time.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be calculated.
Kind of like with Deshaun. Like even if Earl really trying to force it and impose himself on him, I think Crawford, he might just slow it down until
y'all hit that like button
until he see what he need to see. Huh?
No, I just told everybody hit the like button. Yeah. I mean, that fight's gonna be. I mean, I just can't wait to see the Spence Ugas first. See what happens after that fight. Then, because I broke down the Spence Crawford fight so many times already. At this point, we just gotta see what Spence, this new Super Spence, we gotta see how he looks.
Yeah, for sure. Things have changed by that time.
Crawford, if anything, he didn't decline at all. He seems even stronger.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
He's
even stronger now. So
yeah, the same Crawford he's seen in the highway.
Yep.
when he tried to grab his stomach, that's the same, that, but bigger. Yeah, like
I hope, even though I got Ugas winning, I hope Spence looks good and gets the job done, and so he can have that confidence, because he's gonna need confidence to go up into a fight with Crawford, man. It's all about confidence, man.
Yep.
It's confidence, dude. He is who he is as a man and as a fighter at this point. It's gonna be all about confidence and the will to get the job done at this point.
Did y'all see that confidence against Danny?
Well, not really. I feel like he held back.
Yeah, I didn't feel like Spence gonna have to be all gas on Crawford. He can't be fighting all, just in there. He go at the.
I think he need to be careful too, though. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to being all gas, because you coming in too much, and then Crawford beating through one of them quick counter punches. You trying to press him too much. That sometimes I feel like he's gonna have to hold back a little bit at certain times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But he's going. What I mean by gas in this sense, I mean like he's going to have to come to really punch through Crawford.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's gonna have to come with some shit in his tank for sure.
Oh yeah. So the Ugas fight really. Really, maybe Team Spence really needed this Ugas fight going into this Crawford fight, because, like I said, confidence, dude. He probably didn't. He and his whole team probably didn't feel that he was even ready to get in there with Crawford. This is reality. I mean, fans can say what they want, but his team and everybody around are probably like, man, he got a lot of shit going on outside of boxing. This baby mama drama shit. Nah, he ain't even ready to get in there with Crawford right now. So we go fight Ugas first, get him ready, get him prepared as best as we can. We'll get him ready with Ugas, and we go see what we got. Then, if he looks good in the fight with Ugas, we go call out Terrence Crawford to make that fight. But if he don't look good against Ugas, if he wins against Ugas controversially or barely gets by him or whatever the case, I don't think he's gonna have the confidence to call out Crawford.
I honestly think if it doesn't happen, Crawford they're gonna both go to 154. It's gonna have to happen up there when he fights somebody else.
Yeah,
to sharpen up a little bit.
If it don't happen after this Ugas fight, it's going to eventually happen at 54 probably.
Yeah, because Crawford really wants to fight, and that's a payday they can't miss out on.
Bro, that's not good. That's not good.
It's not.
Hey, that'd be bad for boxing if we miss this fight, y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, that'll be horrible. And the reason why you going up to 154 with no belts, even if both of y'all do fight a opponent in between that, why we don't want to see that, bro.
Right. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't even like.
Go ahead, bro.
They signed Bud, or whatever. What they'll do? Keith Thurman fighting one of them or something like.
Where is Keith Thurman?
I mean, but that's at 47. I mean, like 54. Like, come on, man.
Nah, Keith Thurman ain't going up to 54.
Yeah. He already just said that. He already just said that.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think that could definitely be the next fight, man. If he don't fight Bud, it's definitely Keith Thurman to move up.
If Errol really was dead, I mean, if that in the perfect world, if it really would have been done right on Errol's behalf, he should have just unified with Sean, went up to 54 and got a belt, and then made Bud go up there, and Bud would have been able to do whatever he did at whatever he wanted to do at 47. And
he probably don't want to step on Jermall's toes and shit though.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, shit. I mean, but I mean, shit. Either like Mike Tyson say, either they gonna fight or one of them gonna move up, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, you talking
Mike
about
want to fight each other.
Yeah, Mike want. Yeah, Mike want.
Who wins? Who wins that fight, y'all? Jermall or Spence?
Shit,
Errol?
man. They say Errol. My boy said
They say Errol be beating his ass up in the gym.
Yeah, I heard that
and not just that, is that he's with Errol's trainer. So my bad, Q. Go ahead.
Yeah, he was like, they don't spar no more. They probably ain't sparred each other in like a couple years because Errol just always get the best of Mel, get mad, shit like that. So.
Yeah,
I believe it. I heard some stories too that Spence was giving it to him in camp and shit. I mean, Spence mastered the Derrick James style.
Yeah,
he literally fights exactly like Derrick James did. If you see,
I think he's a little stronger
with a gas.
Yeah. He fights just like Derrick James. Better though, more athletic and shit.
More athletic, right?
More athletic. Southpaw too. Derrick James orthodox.
Exactly. Yep.
And he fights exactly like Derrick James. Jermall ain't quite learned that style yet. Errol Spence mastered it. He's probably better than Derrick James at Derrick James' own style. He fights exactly like.
Hey, Shido, I think Mel would have been even better with Ronnie Shields.
He was with Shields, but he left because Shields slapped him, and he didn't like that shit.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
He said Ronnie ain't believe in him.
No, I think Ronnie was working on him too hard, and he couldn't deal with the shit.
Yeah, basically.
Ronnie said he'd never be better than Maul.
For real?
Yeah. He said he ain't never really believed in him, so that's why Mel left.
I don't think he meant that though. He probably just tried to put some shit in their head to kind of motivate him.
Man, yeah, but Jermall's a super sensitive guy, man. He probably really
he got emotional. Yup, got mad and was like, "Nah, I can't work with you, bro." You know how you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't want to. Damn. And real quick before we get ready to close it out, what y'all think about what Blair said about Virgil Ortiz, man? Did y'all see that? Right here. Put it on the screen for y'all. If you can't see it, I'm gonna just read it. This is a text message conversation, and they was talking about Virgil Ortiz, and it says, I can't even see the shit, but his friend responds to him saying something about asking if Virgil Ortiz on PEDs, and he says, ass whoop time, woo, you know that woo shit he be doing, and then his boy says Ortiz is using steroids. They saying he has rhabdomyolysis. That's what I had that fucked up my feet. That's very common with steroid abuse. No wonder he's so explosive. This is what his boy said.
Yeah, he do be walking through shit though. Like he do
be walking through shit. And check it out. And then when his dad says right here, and in highlighting yellow, he says he could have almost died with this stuff. What is this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this stuff you talking about, bro? Like, I'm trying to figure out the context of what he mean by this stuff. You mean boxing, training for a fight? I mean, why is a 24-year-old body deteriorating? Why is his kidneys failing at 24 years old? I know, man, come on, bro. There's people that be on some crazy shit that don't be dying like that. And this is, something going on. And then Blair said this. He said for the people that say no about him, but in regards to Virgil being clean, he said, why would you not want him out for being dirty? Is boxing not dangerous enough with people losing their minds in life in the sport? There's far too many red flags before your body hits that point. A young athlete with no health issues. That's what Blair said in regards to Virgil Ortiz. So he's insinuating that dude is on PEDs.
Yeah, it's true, man. And he hasn't taken a lot of abuse in boxing neither.
Exactly, bro. He ain't been around long. And like I said before we even knew what happened, I said, I bet you it's something to do with his weight cutting. Sure enough, yeah, he's in there cutting weight. But, man.
Getting all the damn muscle if he is doing it.
Yep, eating his body away. He probably on some shit that's eating his body away. There's no way your kidney should be failing. Your body should be eating away with some shit. And if you look up the symptoms of this
report,
yeah, you look at the symptoms. It says drug abuse, heroin use, all these drugs, these hardcore drugs, overexertion, and calisthenics. So maybe he overexerted himself. That's one of the symptoms. You overexert yourself, overdo it. But they also mentioned steroid use. So yeah, I mean, whatever he got, man, this rhabdomyolysis.
I'm about to look that up and see what they talking about.
Yeah, man. So yeah, this is dude insinuating that dude on some PEDs out here, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's tough allegation, but I mean, yeah, it is kind of questionable, you know what I mean? So I definitely got to do my research on that disease though, but
yeah, I never heard of that. I'm not too privy of it. I just only recently heard about it, but that's just what he said, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, dude looks kind of, it is questionable. You that young, you're supposed to be a top level athlete, and your kidneys failing, your body
you knocking everybody out, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's walking through shit, knocking everybody out. He's young as hell. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
you know how boxing is, man.
Yeah, you know how boxing is, man. They go, you know, it could be very well some, or it could very well be nothing.
Yeah.
But it do look suspicious, kind of to a degree. Because I mean, what do you mean by this stuff? Like, what does that mean by he could have almost died with this stuff? That doesn't sound good. He says my son was dropping weight too fast for me. That's when I knew something was wrong. He just seemed like he was off balance. He wasn't himself. I thought maybe he was something on his mind. He could have almost died with this stuff. His kidneys and livers were starting to go down. We caught it at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, rhabdomyolysis, maybe he was overexerting himself. Maybe he's not doing something right in camp. But whatever the case may be, steroid abuse is one of the reasons this shit can be happening to you. So yeah, that's what Blair said about Virgil. He talking shit about everybody. You know, he put on his best Lenny Kravitz act. This motherfucker just out here. He better look good tomorrow.
Yeah, he better. I'm watching.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about his fight real quick. His Alexis Rocha dude. He looks tough. You know what I'm saying? He looks tough. He is tough. He only lost against Rashidi Ellis by unanimous decision. He looks like he's in shape. He looks like he's disciplined and shit. So
I gotta watch him. I haven't seen him fight.
Let me see if I can find some clips of him or something real quick.
Hey, Shido, don't they got another card too tomorrow, huh? The Berlinga, huh?
Berlinga
card
versus
they do, don't they? Yeah.
What's that boy name he fighting that got knocked out by Triple G?
Oh, Rose. Rose.
Yeah.
Man, Rose laid down in that fight, bro.
I think so too, bro.
He laid down.
He was giving Triple G some work, bro.
Thank you. He was giving Triple G some work. It looked like he could have really gave Triple G a hell of a night. He had long,
like he hurt him.
Yeah. And then he was doing too much, bro. He was doing too much. It wasn't part of the plan. Out of nowhere, he stopped throwing punches. He stopped fighting. The fight was over.
Dropped his hands. Like that punch was so easy. I could have landed that, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. I felt Steve Rose gave that fight up.
Yeah, because I thought he actually can fight.
Yeah,
so it might be a good fight tomorrow. We'll see though. Or he might lay down for that one too. He might just be one of them fighters. Lay down for a check.
We can find Rocha doing something. Let's see what he got.
Okay. He throw a lot of wild punches though.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a problem with Blair Cobbs.
Man, Blair Cobbs is
He got a lot of speed. He kind of slow too.
Mm-hmm.
He got pop on him. He can land something on Black Cobb. He can do a problem.
Ooh, he hurt that boy though.
Yeah, he hurt him for sure. But he was just sitting there taking it. Black Cobb's gonna fight back. Yeah, I think Black Cobb got a little dog in him. I just seen him put some work in. He got like a little. He got that little adrenaline behind him, so he'll be willing to go at it with you. I think he gonna make a good fight.
He got some fucking speed too.
Man, he's super fast, bro. He got some speed.
He got some speed to him, so that fight should be fucking good though. And plus, he kind of talked it up a little bit, so people gonna be paying attention. At least hardcore fans.
He did the right thing.
He's gonna be paying attention to his fight now. You know what I'm saying? It's a Rocha dude who now just so happened to became a main event.
100.
He does get real wild though. He gets really wild. You know what I'm saying?
He does. He has his moments.
He gets wild as a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. You placing any bets on the fights?
I think he's the underdog, so I may check out what
Who the underdog? Black Cobb?
There's the underdog, yeah. I think he's the underdog in this fight.
That's a bet I'm easily making there.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out, see what the odds are looking like.
Yeah.
This is him probably when he was young, fighting in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
His first amateur fight in America by KO. Yeah, so we gonna see what this dude got, man. He was doing a lot of talking. You know, he gonna have to do a lot of backing up. And I think if he wins tomorrow night and he looks good doing so, I think fans will get on board with dude.
For sure. I'm definitely gonna rock with him.
Yeah, boxing needs this. Even if you think it's an act and all that, boxing needs this shit.
That's fine. That's how you sell fights.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's how you make your money.
Like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. But yeah, man, salute to everybody in the panel. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to D Luckett, man. You always holding your boy down, man. Much love to you, bro. Man, it should be some good fights tomorrow, man. Berlanga fighting Steve Rose. I think Keyshawn Davis fighting tomorrow. I think Xander Zarias fighting tomorrow. So all the top young prospects fighting, I think, tomorrow on that top rank card, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we got the Blair to Flair Cobbs, Alexis Roja. We're going to see how that story plays out for Blair. And if he loses, it's not going to be looking good for him, right? One may say he'll end up being journeyman status already with one loss. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow night, this guy has to look good. He has to get the job done. He has to look good doing so. Oh, you said Keyshawn Davis pulled out of the fight? Oh, no. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Yeah, I seen the Devin Blair's sparring footage. That was really good work. That was some years ago. That was some good work. But yeah, man, y'all hit that like button for your boy. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for holding your boy down. Like, subscribe, hide your boy. Peace out.